It's Wednesday, November 28th. Welcome to Pastor Bob Daily. Daniel, my friend in India, says, I play guitar in the choir in my church. Is it fine if I play secular music in my music class band? I have permission from my parents. You know, this whole idea of secular versus Christian music has been going on for a very long time, and it's changed a lot over the years. This argument was actually prevalent when some of the hymns entered the church, because they were written to barroom songs and with Christian lyrics, and there was a huge controversy over that. And now they're in our hymn books, and we sing them all the time. What is considered Christian music, and what is considered secular music? Well, let's start there, because I think that's an important place. And Daniel, I totally understand where you're coming from, and I understand your concerns. I would love it if we would drop the labels, Christian, secular, and just call it music. And let me tell you why. I don't think you can qualify an album because it's published by a Christian company, or because most of the members are in the band are Christians, or even that there are some songs that have maybe some kind of a Christian message. And obviously there are extremes on both sides. But we ought to classify music as music. Let's take the lyrics away for just a minute and talk about musical style. And you know, there are people that say that some music, the style itself is used to conjure up demons. Some people say that, you know, that one style is more Christian than another. And of course, those people usually base that on their particular taste. And I've said before that, you know, I can't understand how God can use country western music, since I don't like it very much, but he seems to. And, you know, that's kind of the attitude that a lot of people have. But besides our own taste and style, music is basically music, whatever style it is. And if we're going to talk about the New Testament church, we're going back to some music that everyone that listens to me right now would probably not enjoy. Very different from what we have today. So where does this term Christian music come from? And how do we choose a style that we say is Christian? Well, honestly, we can't. The only thing we can really judge in music is lyrical content. And you can't really do that either by stamping Christian or secular on it, because that isn't necessarily true. I remember when one popular band a few years ago did all Christian songs on their album, and then one of the songs was a love song to the singer's wife. Huge controversy. People didn't buy the album because it had a quote-unquote secular song on it. Well, that's been a few years ago. I think things have changed now, but still, you know, that stigma is there. And we somehow feel that the Christian music industry is much better than the secular. And let me tell you, I've been involved with it for 40 years now. It's not better. There's just as much corruption, I think, in the Christian music industry as in the secular. I know what goes on behind the scenes in a lot of the bands that are out there singing for the Lord one minute and doing things they shouldn't be doing behind the scenes. That's happened so many times, and not just today. That's typical of a lot of gospel quartets, you know, in the 40s and 50s. You know, if you're looking for a style of music that's perfectly clean and perfect, you won't find one. What you really have to do is judge music according to lyrical content. And honestly, the rule of thumb that I've used is, does it match my lifestyle? Now, there are a lot of things that I can sing about that match my lifestyle. It's not all Jesus saves music, although I like that too. It's a little bit of everything. And I like everything from classical to death metal. Everything in between, except I'm not a huge fan of country western. But you know what I'm saying? I think you can find wonderful music in every genre. And people say, what kind of music do you like the best? And I always say I like music that's done well. You know, music that's not done very well is pretty bad in any genre. But if it's done well, you can almost listen to anything. And how do you judge music? By its lyrical content. Well, I like to sing about a lot of things. I listen to the Beach Boys and I sing about cars. You know, I listen to the Beatles and I sing about love and romance, etc., etc. You know what I'm saying. And there are Christian albums that just take me to the throne of God. I love them, and they really help me with worship. And so it's cool to have so many different kinds of music that make my life complete. So, Daniel, I know I've answered this question in a roundabout way, but I think you really have to judge music by what music in particular you're playing. And even in your music class in school, I would say, you know, there's some music that would be great that isn't Christian, but there's some music because of the lyrical content that I wouldn't feel comfortable playing and you probably won't either. And I think that's where we have to take a stand. I hope that answers your question. And let's celebrate music. I love the fact that we can sing about so many things, and that music is a huge part of my life. I'm sure it is yours too. God bless you. Have a great day.